Hi guys, I'm coming in to do a Christmas wreath with you. I am using a 22 centimeter styrofoam wreath, and I'm just wrapping it with a strip of Christmas fabric, just to get rid of that foam, styrofoam white, and just wrap that around. And I'm just using pins to secure it. And then I'm just going to use some pins. These are just dressmaker pins. And we're going to make what they call prairie points, which is basically fabric triangles. I'm using 1.5 inch squares. So you take the square of fabric and fold it corner to corner, and then you fold it in half corner to corner, and you have like a little triangle. Okay, and then what we're going to do with the triangles is you're going to take it around the center of this wreath, and you're going to pin them next door to each other like this. Okay, you're just going to pin them on next door to each other like this. And I'm actually going up. Make sure you don't do that. Don't go upwards. You want to keep it level, or straight, in a straight line. Okay, that's better. So then you want to keep going around your wreath, right around, and until you get back to where you started. Then you're going to take your next colour, whatever colour you want to do. I'll do this green. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is put this one just in between those two, like that, and you're just gonna have it like a little bit up higher than the rest of them, so it's not level. So you're just gonna go and pin that one on, and then go all the way around with that row. You could do 2 rows. I have a tutorial on my channel already on how to make this, and I used to do 2 rows of the same colour, so I might do that. And go all the way around until you've come back to where you started, and keep going until you've done all the rows, until you get to the halfway into the middle, and then you can stop. And you put a piece of ribbon in the middle to cover those pins, and I will show you that when I get to it. I don't know where I left off actually. I'm not sure what I showed you last, but I think I was showing you the prairie points, and we were working our way into the wreath. This was a 22 centimeter foam circle wreath. This is what I use. This is a Crafter's Corner brand here in Australia. It's 22 centimeter foam circle, and it's a solid round, like you can see it's domed all the way, so it's like a donut kind of shape. It's not flat on one side. And so we have gone all the way with our prairie points. We started, don't need that. We started from this end here, from this side. We worked our way in, all the way into the middle, adding the triangles or prairie points. And now I'm going to add a strip of fabric. This is also 2.5 inch, 2.5 inches wide, the same width as all the squares that we cut for the prairie points. I'm just going to add this into the center here to cover up the pins that you see in there. And we're just going to add this. I'm going to hot glue it. I'm just going to hot glue this strip in here all the way around to cover up the pins. And don't need these squares anymore. I used 3 colours. I used the red, the green check and the light green. I was going to use white, but I didn't have any white fabric, so I just used the light green. Also, you can use whatever embellishments you have to embellish it, but first we need to add this strip of fabric, and then we can add the embellishment. So what I'm going to do is, this is a ironing mat, so I'm going to iron. I'm going to take this strip, and I'm just going to fold this in about, I don't know, a quarter of an inch, and I'm going to fold it in on both ends like this, and then I'm going to fold that in like this to make a thin strip like this, and that is going to be the loop for the back. I'm going to use one strip for the middle, for the inside, to cover this. I'm going to cut one more strip and just fold those, like I just said, to fold the ends in and then fold it in again to give it a nice, and then that's going to be the loop for the top of the wreath. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. I'm just ironing this strip now, and then I'm just going to hot glue it together. I would sew it, but I can't be bothered getting a sewing machine ready, because I would have to sew it with red thread, and I've only got white in the machine right now, and I can't be bothered changing the colour over and the bobbin to do it, so I'm just going to hot glue it. Nobody will notice. But you're more than welcome to sew it if you want to sew. My hot glue gun, and I really shouldn't be doing this on this mat, because I want it to match the I want it to match the wreath. So we're just going to use this, but in saying that, I would recommend sewing this strip, not gluing. But again, I don't want to get my machine out and change the colours over, so I'm just gluing it, and it works. I mean, see, I've now got this strip which I'm going to use. Okay, back to this. Now I'm going to hot glue the strip in the middle of the wreath. Just I'm going to fold this. Just going to iron the edge over a little, so it's not there goes a berry. There, just to give it a nice edge. Now I'm going to glue this in the center, covering those pins. And I'll be back once I've glued it in, because you probably can't see what I'm doing anyway because it's in the middle. So I'll be back after I've glued it on. Okay guys, so I've glued the center strip in. Just make sure when you're gluing your center strip in that you're not just concentrating on it being straight, but you actually cover the pins, because they're not in an even row, so some of them might be further in or out. Make sure you cover them, because I almost missed some and I had to, you know, finagle strip of fabric to cover. So anyway, and then I've just pinned this piece on the back, and I'm going to add a bit of hot glue under there. I'm actually going to leave it with a big hanging thing in the middle because I like that. So I'm going to leave that like that, and I'm going to add a bit of hot glue underneath there, just so that it holds that on. It's got a couple of pins in it. I'll just add one more in here as well. Nope, not that one, it's blunt. Some of these pins aren't super sharp. Just like that. Just so that so that it holds in, so that it can hang. And then I'm going to add the hot glue everywhere. I'm going to add the bow like that, and with some hot glue. I just want to put it on these ones. Right there, like that, so that it looks like it's in the middle at least. Yeah. And then I'm going to add this greenery. This greenery came from this holly berry garland that I found in a cheap shop here in Australia. Called Smart Dollar, I believe. Anyway, I'm just going to add this with some hot glue on top of there. Ow, like that. And then I have these little bells, and I'm just going to hot glue them on, and hopefully they stay there. Like that. See? And this is now finished. So this is the Christmas styrofoam wreath. I'm going to call this on the description. It'll say the quilted, no sew quilted wreath. It's really pretty with the fabric and some pins and some embellishments. So thank you very much guys for watching, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.